tutorial from Frocks Frolics, this time in cooperation with Sew Mama Sew. We are going to sew a shirt placket. It's not difficult to do and I'll show you exactly how. As an example, I'm using a check shirt. If you want a shirt pattern for a little boy, age 2 to 12, then you can just go to frocksandfrolics.com. You want to cut in the slit. The slit is 6 centimeters long. And you can also lengthen it, of course. Now this is the shirt placket pattern. The shirt placket system is really simple. You just fold over the edges and you're done. That goes on the longer side of the sleeve. Now the other one we need is a diagonally cut on a 45-degree angle bias strip. And to get your placket exactly right, put the bias strip so that the arrow is straight and then place your placket on top and cut it out. Now I would recommend that if you're using the same fabric for your placket and your shirt, that you do cut it on the diagonal. That way you don't have to line up anything. It's really cunning little trick. And then we also need a bias strip, of course. We only need half of this in length, but I'm cutting it as the whole length and then cut it in half because obviously I need 2. So fold over your fabric to a 90-degree angle, cut through the center with your scissor, and that gives you this nice bias line. Put your pattern piece on and cut out your bias strip. Cut it in half because I'm using obviously 2, like I just said. Got 2 sleeves, not just the one. And ready to go. I am ironing on very lightweight Vilene just to give it a bit more structure. It makes it a little bit easier. Lots of people don't even like doing that, so you don't have to, but I tend to do these things just to make it a little bit crisper. And now I can cut away the dashed lines on the pattern piece. And by the way, the pattern can be downloaded from Sew Mama Sew for this, so you can have a little practice at home. Pin that onto your placket and then we simply fold the edges around. So you fold the outer edges in first. And that side as well. And then we're going to do the top one, but you could leave the top one until we've finished and then do a tip, which I'm going to also show you in this. Now take out your pin and then just place both sides exactly on top of each other. So we're rolling it over and pressing it down. And that is basically it. Really good press. Pressing is really important for this placket. Now if you wanted a really sharp tip on this, you just fold over one side now because you can see exactly what it's going to look like on the outside because the edges are already folded in. So I'm doing a really sharp tip because I really like those. So make sure that your tip is right central and then give that another really good press. And then on the bias strip we just fold it in from either side. There's a centimeter seam allowance and the top needs to be turned in, and then you fold it over again lengthways and your bias strip is done. And the really important thing here is that it's slightly smaller than the placket. That's really important, so check that first and then you're ready to go. But my pattern actually works, so no need to check too much. The sleeve obviously now has got the shorter and the longer end, and on the shorter end, right side is to the outside. Now we're going to put the bias binding. So you want to put that right underneath, edge to edge here. Fold over your bias strip and pin it. Now we're going to stitch close to the edge from the top to the end. Make sure that you lock in your stitches at the beginning and the end. Make sure it's nice and straight. And there you go. You can see my bias strip is even too long, then you just trim that down. Now I can place on the long side the actual placket. And again, you just put that in, but make sure you cover the bias strip. And when you're covering it, like that, you pin this. Pin it this way around so that your pins face the lower part of the sleeve, because that's the way you're sewing. Otherwise I have to take the pins out, and it's very awkward to put them out when you're actually coming to the head of the pin first. Now we're going to stitch this up close to the edge again. You might want to move the bias strip out of the way for the time being, and cut out my hands there, they're totally in the way. And then flip back down your bias strip. You shouldn't be catching it anyway, but I tend to be, you know, on the side of caution there, and I put it out of the way and then slip it back under. Go right into the corner, and with the needle down, turn, and then go down, and then go up to the tip, adjust so it's right there. I have an electronic machine here, and I really hate it because I can't just turn the hand wheel to put my needle in the right position if it's not in the right position, so I have to actually lift the presser foot. Now check where your bias strip is, and then you put a pin there, so you know you have to stitch a little bit further than that, maybe just a stitch, 2 stitches depending on your stitch length. Take the pin out, needle down, turn, and go straight across, and that will fix in your bias strip underneath it. Go to the corner and then go to the far corner all the way across, and always make sure that your needle is down when you lift the presser foot and turn. Go straight across again, and that gives you that characteristic cross now. And all I have to do now, needle down again, of course, turn and go to the other corner, and my placket is finished. If you want to see how to do a complete shirt, of course, you can visit frocksandfrolics.com, my channel, and there is a project page on how to make an entire boy's shirt. But you could use this instruction, of course, for any man's shirt that you're making. You don't need to use my pattern. But this little pattern, of course, is downloadable from Sew Mama Sew, just the placket. And I hope you enjoyed this, and it helps you make your own little shirt. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you Sew Mama Sew for featuring this video. Bye.